First, the fat boys break up. Now, hey, day I wake up. Somebody got a problem with ego. What's all this effing fussing for? Golden boy. Vergil Ortiz. Let the lawyers decide. Lawsuit. And we're going to discuss it. In this video, I'm going to take a semi-deep dive and let you know everything that's going on. Vergil Ortiz is officially not feeling Oscar De La Hoya. He's trying to get out of his contract, pretty much for a breach of contract. I will give you the details, but he's trying to pack him up. Oscar, I do believe he makes a strong case to be. You gonna have to do, you gotta do something, baby. Make it hot. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Now, don't say I didn't tell you so. Vergil Ortiz is now suing this man, Oscar De La Hoya, and his Golden Boy Promotions LLC imprint. And this all stems over the Jaron Boots Ennis fight. And I seen this coming a mile away. Vergil Ortiz, unhappy. Oscar De La Hoya, handled his career a certain way up until this point. And now they're on the fritz. So I'm going to break it down. In fact, I'm not like these other channels. You see the boxing ego quality. The information, take it to the bank. Less clickbait. Look at my thumbnails. Look at 2026. I've been improving the thumbnails. You can't look at my thumbnails and look at Brand X's thumbnails and honestly tell me that they look the same and the information is the same and the voice is the same and the presentation is the same. Again, a lot of people want to do this. I'm making people step up their game. Watch people start trying to improve their thumbnails and get a new microphone because of me, the best in the business, and it's not even close. And let me say this real quick and I'll get started. Some people, they're like, oh, Ego, why you talk about yourself? If you don't like the way I handle business, scram, don't watch me. I don't want you here. I don't need you. I'm going to run my channel with an iron fist how I want to run it. I've been here. I put in the work. Can't nobody beat me, bro. You would act like this too if you were the best in the business and it's not even close. Now, today's news. Boom. We'll jump right into it. I made this graphic for you. Follow my link me so you could get the news when I'm not able to make a video. Vergil Ortiz officially suing Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy. Oh, it's spiteful. Now, I have obtained, Boxing Ego has obtained copies of it in case, see, again, there's a lot of people that talk about it. People rush to try to get the news out, but I don't care. I don't have to rush. I'm Boxing Ego. I take my time with it. I literally went through and highlighted key elements for you. So you see the plaintiff, Vergil Ortiz, right? These are receipts. These are official court documents. This is the docket. What does it say? Attorneys for plaintiff Vergil Ortiz Jr. United States District Court for the District of Nevada, right? Plaintiff Vergil Ortiz. Golden Boy Promotion is the defendant, their LLC, right? This is an official docket that has been submitted, and the complaint is for, number one, declaratory relief. 2, like I said at the beginning of this video, breach of contract. 3, interference with prospective economic advantage. Demand for a jury trial. So he taking this all the way to court. Ortiz is a professional boxer with a record of blah, blah, blah. Since August 2024, he's been the WBC interim champion. So, just an introduction. But let's get to the juicy stuff. Defendant Golden Boy is a boxing promotion company headed by Olympic gold medalist, I do believe, De La Hoya. In a prior complaint filed in this district, Golden Boy Promotions described itself as, quote, one of the most successful boxing promotional companies in the world. Golden Boy has been Vergil Ortiz's promoter since his pro debut in 2016. May 2024, Ortiz, the Golden Boy, executed a promotional rights agreement, aka a PRA. Now, keep in mind, I'm not a lawyer. I ain't passed the bar, but I know a little bit enough that you won't illegally search my right? I'm not a lawyer, but when people fill out these complaints, and I need you guys to understand this because I know a lot of y'all are not lawyers either. When they fill out these complaints and they reference certain things and then they give you the acronym, you got to pay attention because throughout the docket, you'll see that acronym like appear, right? And if you didn't pay attention to page 1 or 2 or wherever the page that showed the full word and you didn't like keep that in mind or you don't know what it stands for, you're going to be lost every time that word comes up. So again, I'm not Matlock. I'm not Perry Mason. I just know what I know. So pay attention to that. A promotional rights agreement is a PRA because it's going to come up throughout this, under which Golden Boy was to promote Vergil his bouts for 3 more years with the minimum payments per fight exceeding $1 million. A true and correct copy is attached, Exhibit A, Exhibit 1. Notably, this PRA, see, again, they're already using it. Because why, if you're typing this stuff, you're not going to keep typing out the full-length word when there's an acronym for it. This PRA allowed Ortiz to terminate it if, for any reason, Golden Boy contract with long-term broadcaster DAZN ended. Golden Boy, their broadcast contract with DAZN expired December 31st of last year. So they putting the business out there. January 8th, Ortiz timely exercised his right to terminate the PRA. So, boom, boom. You never know. Again, you can look at the competitors and other people, content creators who are going to talk about this, but I know they're not going over this. People are just rushing, like, do a quick 4 or 5 minute video to get a subject out. I'm giving you the details. If you could respect that and you understand the hustle, then, you know, subscribe and all that good stuff. I don't have to be first. I'm the best. You know, when you're the best, you don't have to be first. So, De La Hoya, Golden Boy, their PRA with Vergil ended December 31st when, well, they wanted it to end because Golden Boy's contract ran out with DAZN. So Vergil trying to get out his little deal. January 13th, Golden Boy confirmed his agreement with DAZN had concluded, but argued because it was negotiating a new DAZN agreement that Ortiz could not terminate the PRA. Vergil Ortiz seeks confirmation from the court by way. So they're like, we need to see, is that true or what? Are we beholden to this existing agreement, aka PRA? By way of declaratory relief that the PRA has been terminated. Additionally, Vergil Ortiz seeks damages for various breaches of this PRA and Golden Boy Promotions' interference with its prospective economic opportunities moving forward. So a lot of this, now we got to get to the Boots Ennis stuff, right? Golden Boy presented an offer for the bout with Mr. Jaron Boots Ennis and insisted, despite a PRA requirement, that Ortiz be offered at least 3 potential opponents for any bout, that if Vergil did not agree to this fight with Jaron Boots Ennis, he would be benched. So a lot of people have been putting out different narratives and storylines as far as Vergil Ortiz and Boots. And people said that Oscar didn't want to fight. But according to these official court documents obtained by your boy, BOXINGEGO, it looks like De La Hoya did want to fight. And not only did he want to fight, he wanted to fight so much that he wasn't giving Vergil Ortiz any other options. He was like, you got to fight Boots or nothing. So what it sounds like to me is Golden Boy's contract ran out with DAZN. They don't have Canelo. Ryan Garcia seems unhappy, but he has the Barrios fight coming up. And they maybe didn't have any leverage to, like, a carrot to dangle for DAZN to want to re-up unless they provided maybe a tasteful fight that they wanted, like Ortiz versus Boots. So maybe De La Hoya was using the Vergil Ortiz as a way to incentivize DAZN to re-up so he has a home for his fighters. Because they're saying this, according to these documents, if Vergil Ortiz did not agree to the fight, he would be benched and not presented with any other opportunity. Golden Boy Promotions also threatened it would publicly blame Ortiz and his team for the fight with Mr. Boots Ennis not happening if Ortiz did not agree to the sole offer presented. So that sounds completely different than the way a lot of other people have spun it, saying that Vergil wanted to fight and Oscar didn't. And now it sounds like Oscar was using the Vergil fight, like, hey, I have Vergil signed, and the Boots is a big fight. He was using it as bait, aka leverage, to get a re-up. Anyway, this is another thing regarding Oscar, that Clapback Thursday stuff. They ain't feeling it, and I highlighted it for you. Boom. Section 16. Although Oscar De La Hoya had a legendary boxing career, he has a history of substance abuse, hidden below the belt, and rocky relationships with other boxing promoters. In recent years, he has unprofessionally attacked his peers and other boxing luminaries on social media platforms, including weekly Instagram video rants in which he often concludes by telling various boxers and promoters to go F themselves. So they like, look at how he acting. He acting like, a man-child with the Clapback Thursdays, creating beefs and telling Canelo and Dana White and Eddie Hearn and all them to go F themselves. 17, to protect Ortiz from the ramifications of Mr. De La Hoya's behavior and other boxing industry forces and factions, the PRA contained a provision requiring Golden Boy to work in good faith with other promoters as necessary to negotiate with Ortiz's preferred opponents, and also Ortiz's representatives to directly negotiate with other promoters. The same clause prevented Golden Boy from engaging in negotiations behind Vergil's back by requiring Golden Boy to fully disclose the terms of any written offer and requiring Ortiz to be a signatory to any agreement related to him fighting. So now the tables have turned, and Rick Moranegan, the manager who was being like casted aside, it looks like Vergil's on his side, and they wanted him to really help oversee the dealings of Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy, because maybe they didn't trust that they would get it done. Now, Oscar has responded to this. We are aware of the lawsuit. Unfortunately, Vergil Ortiz is getting bad advice from his lawyer and his manager, who have repeatedly violated the contract. We will aggressively defend this lawsuit and enforce our rights. We are confident a judge will agree that our contract is valid, and Vergil and his team, they are the ones that are in breach of the contract. So De La Hoya, I'm not the smartest brother in the world, but it sounds like he might countersue that he, in fact, has every right. Golden Boy, they're still in charge of Vergil's career, and he getting advice from Rick Moranegan, and he getting advice from whoever, his lawyer, to go this route. But he's like, you're going to lose in court. That's pretty much what he's saying. Man, oh man. Man, oh man. De La Hoya. Now, I don't really have much thoughts. This is like, me and my mama used to watch a bunch of court shows. The People's Court. Down, do. Bam, down. We used to watch that, and Matlock and all them shows, and Judge Judy. So me and my mama, like, we just gonna, sit back and eat some popcorn and see how this play out. I will say this, it does look bad for Golden Boy and Oscar, I do believe, based on the fact that you can't keep none of your fighters happy. Point blank, period. Canelo, payday. You want payday? I know that, right? Biggest star that you've probably promoted that was like exclusive to you. And because Floyd Mayweather wasn't never a Golden Boy fighter, Canelo was. So Canelo, arguably the biggest star that Golden Boy ever had, and it turned into this type of shenanigans. He sued initially, including DAZN, breach of contract, wop, got out the contract. Ryan Garcia, there's been so many fits where Ryan Garcia was like, no, I'm unhappy, release me, I'll fight somewhere else, I'm not getting paid my worth, blah, blah, blah. Now Ryan's talking about, I only got one fight left with Golden Boy. Golden Boy said he got more. You can't seem to keep these fighters happy. That's just what it is, right? Now you got Vergil Ortiz. And it's all culminating in like lawsuits and like it's never seemingly amicable, right? Like F.A. Ajagba, he was with Top Rank, but now he with Zuffa Boxing. But I ain't hear about no like major beef, so he just like got out of his contract or whatever. But with Golden Boy, these fighters, they want out. They like a dog or something. Like they literally want out. Like they're like vicious and it gets ugly and nasty. So that it is what it is. De La Hoya don't seem to be able to keep his people happy in these moments and with their career. And ultimately, we will see. We're going to see how this plays out. I really, that's my truest thoughts. I don't know. De La Hoya saying he has a case. Vergil's people have a case. They're talking about don't discount the fight with Boots happening. I mean, maybe if like Turkey or somebody get involved and he slips out of the contract with Oscar De La Hoya, but with pending litigation, I don't know how likely any of that is, So, again, I'm not a judge, so we'll see how it plays out. For more detailed boxing news, not just me trying to be first, detailed boxing news where I really break down the boxing facts, the boxing news, subscribe. If you want to YouTube like me, use my link me in the description. Use vidIQ or TubeBuddy for YouTube. For your streaming needs, use my affiliate link for StreamYard. I will keep you guys updated. I'm out.